Hi, Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist here. Well, what do you think this is? Well, first of all, it's a powder, and I reuse jars and repurpose, especially these days. Let's see. Has kind of a spicy flavor reminiscent of ginger, but not ginger. It's totally different. Um, Maybe a little ginger flavor, but more kind of a licoricey flavor, kind of like licorice ginger together. And well, this is galangal root. Yeah, galangal root powder, and it's a powerful agent that's been used for ages and thousands of years, and it's actually related to ginger, but it's completely different. Completely different. And it's been used in Ayurvedic medicine and Chinese medicine. It has no side effects whatsoever. Get that again, no side effects. And helps with inflammation and increases the circulation, helps to prevent heart attacks, yeah, heals gastric problems and skin problems, and slows the aging process. It's really good for the GI tract in general. It lowers cholesterol, lowers blood sugar, and helps with asthma and bronchitis and a whole bunch more, which I'm going to get into here. It's a root that kind of looks like ginger, but slightly different, a little more white on the outside. It has green leaves and long reddish kind of stems. And I'm going to start planting some myself. I've been using the powder and I love it, so I want to get some of the roots and start planting it. And it has so many things it can do, and it's really easy to grow. It'll grow just about everywhere, and it grows in lots of different places in the world. It grows in the Philippines, in Malaysia, Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, Laos, Indonesia, and also they're growing it in the United States and in Europe in general. So you could probably grow it where you're at. If you have, really cold winters, it'll probably die back, but then it'll come back up as a root. So not a problem. It's a powerful anti-inflammatory and really does a great job of aches and pains and swelling and redness, and works great for arthritis and rheumatism and foot pain, joint pain, and other inflammatory conditions. And inflammation is the first step towards disease. So I think it's really important that we use herbs like this, which have no side effects, and there's kind of like a food, and you can use it in cooking, so it is a food, so that you can actually get rid of inflammation and stay healthy. Increases circulation. Does a great job increasing circulation. Prevents cardiovascular disease, strokes, and helps with all kinds of conditions. And I think that's really important because there was a study done in Germany, in Switzerland, and in Austria showing that galangal root can help to prevent heart attacks and increase circulation of the coronary arteries. So, very interesting. So, if you have poor circulation in your coronaries, you might want to take some good old galangal root. So, that'll help greatly. It heals skin problems. I mean, you can soothes away eczema, psoriasis, and red and irritated skin and fungal infections. It's a good detoxing agent. You can drink it as a tea. You can mix it in water and drink it as a tea, a hot tea, or you can make it a cold tea if you wanted to. And also, it works well. You can put it on your skin, make a little water, and add it onto your skin. Also, works great that way too. It's great taste, kind of like I said, licoricey, gingerish kind of flavor, and very easy to grow. And add a little stevia or a little honey to it. Really good. Heals acne, and it helps to get rid of irritated skin and acne. And so, if you have acne, you want to make a little paste and put that on the pimples and things. That works great. Also, great for dandruff. If you have dandruff, you can you add this to a little olive oil and massage it into your scalp, and that'll help with dandruff. Also, hiccups. You can actually use this in combination with cordyceps, and it seems to work well for getting rid of uh, hiccups. You know, if you ever had a terrible bout of hiccups, it can be devastating. So think about that. It's an anti-aging compound. It really helps to get rid of the free radicals that are going on in your body, and we get rid of those free radicals, we slow the aging process. It's great for headaches and migraines, and also it helps to relax and soothe, so get rid of the tension headaches too. So that's another thing. It lowers blood sugar, and it helps to stabilize blood sugar. So if you're a diabetic, you might want to take some good old galangal root. So that's another great attribute of this wonderful root. Full of antioxidants. I mean, it has quercetin, a whole bunch of galangalin, beta cesterol, apelin, all kinds of different, just about 20 some different antioxidants in it. It's also great for the GI tract if you have gas or you have GI upset or just inflammation of your GI tract, and you want to take some galangal root. That's one of these things that you want to keep around handy all the time. It also lowers cholesterol and triglycerides. So if you have high trigs, which we're thinking is related to also some things like cancer and stuff like that too, and also cholesterol, which of course is related to heart attacks and all kinds of different things. So we need to lower that LDL, bad cholesterol, and start to get those HDLs up there, and then we can do it with some galangal root. Also, it induces sleep. It's relaxing, soothing, calming, and no side effects. So, what more could you ask? I think that's really great. If you have insomnia, try some galangal root before going to bed. Take a teaspoon and add it to a cup of water, boiling water, and let it sit for a few minutes, and then drink it before going to bed, and really good. Also, it helps to prevent cancer. Great antioxidant, so it helps to prevent cancer in general. Also, it slows the growth of tumors, which is really important. And it's great for the liver and the heart, helping to prevent damage from toxic chemicals. So in this world that we have now with lots of toxic chemicals, we got to make sure that we deal with those liver impact and also the heart too. That's pretty amazing. So taking a teaspoon or a half teaspoon 2 or 3 times a week, really good. Also, it lowers fevers. So if just like good old white willow, I think it's important to lower fevers because that can be deadly. And if you have a child with fevers, and this doesn't have any side effects, so an older child, this is a great way to lower that fever. Also, it freshens breath because it has that gingery, licoricey kind of flavor. And also, it's a deodorizer. If you have bad body odor, you might want to try taking some galangal root and taking the tea, because that'll help to change your body odor. And also, it's soothing for liver and gets rid of liver problems and challenges and irritations, so that's a great thing. Also, it's antibacterial, can help with E. coli, salmonella, staph infections, clostridium, campylobacter, bacillus, and all kinds of different types of bacteria which you can help to get rid of if you have an infection. Also, great for motion sickness. If you, same as ginger, you tend to get sick in the car or in the plane. Poor people. I feel so sad for those people because I know this what they're going through is not good, not easy. And so, a teaspoon in hot water, let it steep, will help to ease that tension. I mean that motion sickness tension. Also, it's great for coughs and mucus, and it helps to get rid of coughs and then lower down the mucus and help to clear the lungs, which is really, really great. and it helps to get rid of respiratory challenges and like asthma, bronchitis, any type of inflammation of the lungs. So, taking a teaspoon of the galangal root in a hot water and letting it steep for about 10-15 minutes and then drinking it, really good. It warms the body. If you're one of these people who's constantly cold, I mean, I have my wife. She's always cold. This is another good thing. Great for stamina. And if you want more get up and go, taking some of good old galangal root, which is together with garlic and hot peppers and galangal root with tamarind, is a great way to increase energy and stamina. Also used in cooking, and in all kinds of Asian countries they use galangal root. You slice up the root and put it in there. Really a wonderful addition, especially in Thai cooking. They use it a lot. Also, it can be used, just to smell it is wonderful. The aroma is wonderful with the fresh root. And the dose is, for most people, up to 6 grams daily. And in the tincture, 20 drops 3 times a day, which is really good. And if you're taking it for motion sickness, you can also take it in capsules, and that can be 3 times a day, about 250 milligram capsule 3 times a day. In forms, you can find it in powders, like I have here, which is really great. You can find the fresh root, and also you can find it in capsules and in pills sometimes. Not very common, but you can. And it can be dried yourself. You can take the root and put it in your dryer that you have, a herb dryer. I have one myself. You can slice it really thin and put it in there and dry it, or you just hang it up and let it dry if you're in the dry area with a temperature is kind of warm, and it'll dry. And then you can grind it up in your food processor and put it into containers, or put it into capsules also. You can find it in all kinds of places. If you Google galangal root, buy galangal root, you can find it on everywhere. I think I got this on eBay, if I remember right. I've had it for a while, but it's also on Amazon and all kinds of different places. Making tea, from the fresh root, take a 2-inch piece and slice it really thin, and put that in a cup of boiling water and let it steep for 15 minutes and then drink it. Really good. It's not only good for you, but it tastes good too. What more could you ask? I'm telling you. There are powdered galangal root. Take a half teaspoon to a teaspoon and put it in a cup of water, boiling water, and let it steep for another 10 to 15 minutes also, and it'll do the body good. Side effects, there's really no side effects to it, but of course it should be used in moderation. You can kill yourself just drinking too much water. Of course, use it in moderation. It can release, slow down the release of lipase from the pancreas. So if you have digestive problems in that way, you might not want to use it. But in general, anybody who's nursing or pregnant or small children should not be using it, because that's just regular common sense type of thing. So I recommend that you use it for 7 to 10 days and then give it a week off, and then come back to it if you want to use it for long term. But it really has no side effects for the most part, and people have used it for thousands of years. So if you really want to make a difference in your life, here is a great, easy to use and tasty, wonderful herb that will do your body good. Also, as you probably heard about, we live in Puerto Rico, and we've had the Hurricane Maria, Category 5 hurricane run over us, and we have a lot of starving people here, and I really would appreciate it if you could make a donation. I mean, I'm not keeping any of this for ourselves at all. We're just going out and buying food. I'm going out to the store and buying $300, $400 worth of food, and we package it up in the bags, and then we also toilet paper, essential things like that people need that they can't get by without. Also soap and a couple other things that they need. And also water. We're giving them water too. So a lot of people have, almost half the people on the island don't have fresh water of any kind to drink, and that's a real problem. So I appreciate you giving some money, and down below, if you hit show more, there's a link to actually making a donation, or if you would like to give an ongoing donation on Patreon, down below underneath that, there's a way to do that also. I appreciate that greatly, because we have a lot of people here in dire need, and it's going to take a while to get this all fixed up. Anyway, I really appreciate you greatly, and I'm glad to be back finally. And it's taken basically a month to get back into shape and get everything going again. But remember, I love you, and I hope you'll subscribe. Have a great day.